Hello guys, this is the Sea Cat. I'm HowlingWesty with my good friend
Potent Plum.
Yeah, so what are we doing today, Potent Plum?
We're going to be comparing two popular titles, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Advanced Warfare, for the next-gen consoles and the last-gen console.
Yeah, so personally, you know, owning a current-gen console, I think that the current-gen versions are definitely better than the last-gen versions, with content and graphics.
As you can see, that when I do shoot certain weapons in next-gen, the gun seems to have a slight recoil that doesn't exist in last-gen. As you can see, like this sort of recoil here on the gun isn't quite present on the last-gen consoles, which I think is a little bit interesting. Okay guys, so in this clip, as you can see, we're actually it's going to be me shooting some of the weapons. As you can see, I'm using the Insanity here. And what we're doing is we're looking at how the gun behaves when you shoot it. So as you can see, there's certain movement on the iron sights, which isn't present in the last-gen consoles. Which I think is a little bit weird, actually. And there is a few more guns which we're going to be testing. For example, the Val 27. Do you have any words on this, Corey?
Not really. But didn't you notice something like how supply packages are quite more frequent on the current gen version than the last gen?
It seemed next gen version you would get a supply drop every single game, and on the last gen it seems maybe after 4 to 5 games, which I think it's a little bit unfair on the last gen players, to be honest, in my opinion.
I don't know why it does that. Maybe we're just lucky, or maybe it is something to do with next gen versus last gen.
Because I'm Prestige 3 right now, nearly Prestige 4. I've not got one really good elite weapon besides the EM1 Poda, and you have got both. You and Ethan have got the Insanity at level 20 of, and that's non-prestige, which I think is really quite unfair, to be honest. Because if you think about it, I've been playing the game for a lot longer, and I still am not getting really good stuff. You don't even play the game very much, and you have got the Insanity already.
Yeah, that is a little bit unfair.
Okay guys, so as you can see, here's some GTA 5 gameplay with me messing around with the first person.
So, we was actually wondering, why is our vision purple when we first got on this, but then we realised we're wearing sunglasses.
Which seemed to tint the screen a little bit, but for some reason whenever you shoot, the tint seems to disappear for like a split second, then come back again. Like look when I shoot the railgun for a second, it like, when I shoot the cars it for some reason takes the tint away, and like when I go in the weapon menu as well.
I think that's actually, like, in GTA, when you get a kill, it'll flash the screen. I think that's what that is.
Maybe, but like, as you can see, I just got a kill down and it seemed to... And I think also when your sunglasses break, like, I got shot in the face then a little bit, so I think then the sunglasses broke, the filter went as well, which I think is pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, what are your comments on GTA 5 current gen compared to the last gen?
Well, on the next gen GTA, I must say the graphics are definitely an improvement, and I think that if it was a different map, like they could keep the set, like GTA 6. I think if they made a different map and kept the same engine, I think they could really sell it off as a different game. Because the amount of work that really has gone into the next gen GTA, I think that with a new map and something like that, maybe that, you know.
Well, they might not even need to make a new map. You see games like Saints Row 4, they have the exact same map, but the content inside the game is different.
I do really think that's really good though, because I think that you're really copying the last game over to the next game. It's like, you're just basically replacing the engine, that's all you're doing. Hopefully you think a lot of work went into that, in my opinion.
We didn't even replace the engine. It was just basically Saints Row 3 enhanced.
I definitely would agree with that.
With superpowers.
Okay guys, so if you made it this far into the video, we've got a little surprise for you. This is kind of out of the video a little bit, but as you can see here, I get in the plane, get out of the plane, and then I repeat the process to get back into the jet. And what is he doing over there on the screen? He's just wandering around on the nose of the jet and just casually jumps off.
People call him Jono. But if you want to see some other glitches like this, go check out our other GTA videos or our X-Bone Fun, where we also discuss next-gen GTA
in more depth. Okay guys, so in this clip, I'm using the Insanity again, and now me and Corey really want to talk about the guns again.
So yeah, sorry we couldn't have any last-gen clips to show you, but we may record some of those
later on down the line. I think on my end of the spectrum, because I am still on the last-gen consoles, I may record some footage that maybe can have a next-gen version of this discussion on a last-gen version, so we can definitely sort of compare them in a bit more depth.
Also, I don't have anything to record last-gen with, so
yeah. This is done with Game DVR on the next-gen, with the amazing upload studio that Microsoft provides us.
So, the guns then.
I definitely think that, as I was talking about before, the iron sights tend to move a little bit more on the next gen. I just find as well that with the next gen console, it just seems, I don't know what it is, but the game almost seems different to last gen. Like, this is the first time I've ever played on next gen Advanced Warfare, and the game just seems different. I don't really know why. I don't know what it is, but it just seems different. It's like I recognise it. It feels a bit like a different game. Even though it's the same game, it's on a new console.
Yeah, I could understand that very much. But it's like you were saying in zombies, the electro zombies, when you kill them in last gen, they don't get the blue gel come out.
Yeah, so I believe the blue gel like goes on the floor and looks pretty good on next gen actually. But on last gen, that really isn't there for some reason. I don't really know why they didn't implement that. For some reason the game did start lagging at this point though. I don't really know what that was. The bombing run seemed to lag the game out. Apologies for the flashy screen there, guys. It is a system hack. That's one thing I really don't like about this. I'm glad we've got an example of it. On the system hack on last gen, it doesn't seem to look that horrible on last gen. It doesn't affect you as much.
But on current gen, it's kind of unplayable.
Yeah, especially when you have disabled exos, disabled equipment, it just really is unplayable. Because in this game there was a bunch of tryhards that were just completely reckless and this game wasn't that great.
Well, I suppose so. But hey, if you've got a tactic to use, why not?
Well, there is definitely a lot of discussion about that, about which strategy you should use in the game.
So, another thing on the next gen, or current gen consoles, there are a lot of games now that aren't coming out on the last gen systems.
I do think that is kind of, in a way, unfair, really, because I still haven't upgraded yet. I mean, in the future I quite possibly will upgrade to next gen, but I just feel that they should keep converting the game back to 360 hardware, if you sort of get what I mean.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work with some games, such as The Witcher 3, how the map is so huge, it just wouldn't be able to be rendered in by the 360. Whereas other games like Star Wars Battlefront, where it's a shooter game, if the maps aren't too big on that game, why not just downgrade the graphics a little bit and put it on last gen systems?
Well, I know the new Call of Duty isn't coming out on last gen. Black Ops 3 isn't coming out on the 360 console. But Advanced Warfare came out on last gen, and the game seems pretty much identical on next gen, besides a few graphics. I think they should do that with Black Ops 3, but they have announced it's going to be next gen only thing.
Yeah, for some games, like I said, making a port for last gen wouldn't really be possible, but for shooter games and fighting games and any other game really that isn't too hard to port over, I don't see a reason not to.
I definitely would agree with that statement. Like, for example, Minecraft on the 360, it was very easy to put it to a next-gen conversion because all you need to do is really... The graphics weren't really changed, but they just upped the render distance to what the Xbox One could handle without lagging.
No reason to change graphics on Minecraft anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll always have that 32-bit graphics.
32-bit, okay.
Or whatever whatever it is. I think it's like 16-bit or something. Alright, so thank you for watching, guys.
Okay, so that looks like the end of this video.
And we just thought we'd throw in a little bit of Gloriano Battlefield 4 content, just to show you a little bit of a next-gen Battlefield 4.
Yeah, so anyway, we will likely make a last-gen version some other time when we talk about other stuff to do with current gen compared to last gen.
Yeah, so for example, I'll be definitely throwing in some Advanced Warfare gameplay, some GTA 5 gameplay. Although we do have some of that on our channel already with the Hydra discussion video. Definitely go check it out, link in the description below.
And which will also be discussing remasters.
Right,
So thank you for watching.
Bye.